All right, go ahead.
I'm about to say, like, you know, like, the whole race war thing is just another way to divide people. Like, they want to divide as much as they can. That way, they want to divide it that way when motherfuckers feel like they're excluded from the movement, and that's how you get the all lives matter, because now they just don't get it, because now they see an artificial barrier, you know.
All right, so if you go to the Jacob Snake Up and rewind it to the back, you can. I'm gonna skim through it, but you can tell when shit certain things are happening. But it's more about seeing it. So what? Let me wait for a camera shot that has it. You'll see they're on the highway up to Mount Rushmore. Now, right, Unicorn went the short distance there. They're from Minneapolis,
Hmm.
I think. Something I don't know. Minnesota. I think it's the Twin Cities, multiple cities. They're there recording and covering, and everybody keeps mentioning how like this is like treaty land, and so like the legal authority is on the side of the natives alone. Uh, so my joke is, and I quote, the right wingers say to Mexicans, "Get off our land. You weren't born here. It's not your land." The right
Hmm.
wingers tell the native men, "You were here before us. You've still been born on this soil. It's your land, but we don't care. Get off your land." So it literally that is the precedent that is being set. Okay, we just keep ignoring this, but that is literally what's happening legally. That's what's happening.
I mean, yes. I mean, that that kind of whole thing is goes back to the very beginning, to when these motherfuckers landed here. But you know, if you want to look for
Boom.
more recent, like, very plainly seen, like, how they don't give a fuck, look into that fucking pipeline that they made going through their land. How, like, the natives fought tooth and nail, saying, like, no, we don't want this oil pipeline going through our land. It's not your land to begin with. And then the corporations were like, hey, we understand what you're saying, too bad. And then the pipeline burst,
Yeah.
and then now all their water is poisoned. The thing that they fought against, that they were worried was going to happen, happened. You know, they tried everything they could legally, and they lost. They lost legally, even though they were in the complete right to not let these motherfuckers on the land. And then, whenever that shit happened, I had motherfuckers I work with being like, "Oh, well, you know, those pipelines burst all the time." I'm like, "They don't." It's like, it's not your water being poisoned. You know, it's not your land being poisoned. Like, you don't get to say that. And if they burst all the time, then they don't need to be like that. There needs to be better pipes if you want to have them there. You know, but they didn't understand that. To them, they thought like, "Oh, you know, it's shit. You know, it is what it is. Shit happens," type of thing. They didn't want to see the fact that these natives said, "No, not on our land. You can't do that." And then the corporation said, "Yes, we can." And then the natives still suffered for it.
So you saw there was duck cam I had, which was cool. I always love to see the freedom ducks. And on that, see the real fun because of this is that joke. And now look, it's not just Black Lives Matter, black people getting arrested, or the white people that support Black Lives Matter getting arrested, or the Antifa people who support, any cause that's for humanity, which is
Hmm.
which is kind of cool that. I don't know if it's the people in the black, then I see Antifa. If it's not them, I have a fucking no. But but that like it's cool to see all that, and then now you get to see the natives get arrested. You got to saw during the Apple protest them getting chemically assaulted. It was fucking gross. And so you get to see the same exact thing happen again here at Mount Rushmore. Basically, same thing. It's their land, their treaty. You're fucking like they're literally allowed to do this by the law of the Constitution. So the police don't have jurisdiction, no matter how you want to put it. They don't have
Hmm.
jurisdiction because the Bill
Can't
of
They can't be
Rights
there.
is restrictions of the government. Okay, I'm telling you, that's gonna be my big push. But they didn't need to phrase it that way because people weren't stupid. That's stupid, but they are now. Like the government doesn't have legal authority to do this. Like that's what it means when it's like you have the right. That means the government can't do this to you, which means the government can't do it. They ignore that part.
Hmm.
Like you can't do something if you're not allowed to do it, and that's what it should be. Like It's all complicated, I guess, but not really. Oh, one of the
It's
things.
not
Yeah, I
complicated.
know.
It's not. It's an easy. Hey, do you have jurisdiction here? No. Okay, then get the fuck out. You can't enforce your laws here. You can't come over here and then start throwing your weight around like you own the place. Because literally, you don't own the place.
Man. There's the. You can see they have the shot of Mount Rushmore from this right-wing news that are there recording, and got somebody behind a computer that can take a live feed and mix it with an aerial shot feed. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give them the credit of having like a good expense. Yo, they literally, in part of their bottom link where they ask for donos, like they list like GoFundMe or something, they literally
Yeah.
say they give an address for checks. I was like, oh, these guys is thirsty for those old lady checks. Like, man, y'all
Yeah.
thirsty.
Give me that money.
Yeah, all you old
Racist
ladies that figured out
Racist grandma,
Facebook.
give me that money.
Well, they do. They stream on Facebook. No wonder why they're trying to get old ladies, because old people use Facebook.
And as I've said before, the old people are the most racist because that's what they grew up with and that's what they know. They think it's right.
I don't know. Like, I literally look at Facebook like MySpace.
You hate it here?
No.
You hate it here?
I look at Facebook like MySpace. Like, I just think the whole format's, like,
Archaic.
dated and stupid. No, I just really like Twitter and, like, because it's, like, basically YouTube comment section. I like Reddit's theory. I like those type of things. Message boards. Like, I don't know. I'm a creature of the 2000s, so I think that interface is really valuable because you can do more with it. You can have more conversations, more go backs. Facebook all sketchy. Everybody's hostile. Everybody's like, "Real, this is my personal Facebook." All right, man, get the fuck out of here. No, we on the internet.
It's because the people that use,
that's the problem, though.
that's a lot of people's first.
Yeah.
That's a lot of the old people's first social media. It's like
They see it
they
as
don't
their
really
armor
get
and
it.
shield.
Yeah, they don't really get it. They. Like I said, man, I checked Facebook like a couple fucking or probably like a month ago, and then I saw like a lot of fucking racist people, and I was like, oof, y'all just got exposed. It's like, I'm out of here. It's like it's a very toxic environment, fucking wasteland. I'm like, gotta get the fuck out of here if I get poisoned.
So Unicorn Riot described the shield as the native protesters had the shield in their custody, I think, or or she said commandeered it. I think custody. Either way, she did a fancy way of saying they stole a police officer's shield and then graffitied it. They crossed out the police and painted. Fuck, I forget. The first letters. The first one's land. Fuck you. Come on, Treyarch. Give me another down shot. See, drop it. Zoom out. Boop, boop, boop. Come on, Trey. Well, on the ground, I'll save it. Come on, show it. It's land back. They crossed out police, and the shield just says land. So
land back.
Real point quick is they have like army looking dudes. I guess they're police, but they're in camo. So the joke is like, who are you doing in camo in the woods? Oh yeah, they're at war with the citizens, and they're there with ARs and shit. Working security, basically. It's gross.
Of course.
It's really
of course
gross
they are.
looking.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
It's just another invasion. That's what they fantasize about.
Yeah, well, it's the Empire, just like we fantasized about.
It's just another invasion. I don't think it's said enough. As a black person, I think it's fucking sickly that Native Americans are 1% of the population in their own fucking land. I think that's disgusting.
I don't have a joke, but that you.
There is no joke.
Well, no,
there
is a joke, but I ain't gonna do it.
Oh, what's the joke then? I don't see no joke. It ain't shit funny.
That's a breeder mentality.
A breeder mentality? No, I'm just saying.
Why do you need a large pop? What is you? See, that's your modern man who already has a kid before he's fucking a certain number. He over here like, how come they didn't breed more? Like, maybe because you don't. I know what you're saying. I agree with what you're. Kind of what you're saying, but I'm just saying what you said is funny.
I think they went through a genocide, is what I'm saying.
That's true.
Part is gross.
But the way you say it,
the way I phrased it wasn't
you
right.
add in the modern context, sounding like you wish some like rabbit stuff was happening.
No, I don't.
I'm
I
like,
don't
what?
wish rabbit stuff was. I don't think Native
Boost your
Americans just like, all right,
population back up. Hurry, hurry.
gotta
You
pump
gotta
out
catch up.
12 kids. So we get married,
Right
12
there.
kids on the way. That's not what I'm saying. It's disgusting that they went through a genocide.
True.
Maybe I should have phrased it better. I should have phrased it
Hey,
better.
we here at Trust the Shooters are against all genocides. I
Yeah,
don't think there's ever
yeah,
been a good genocide. I think I could go
yeah.
out there and say that.
We're anti-genocide. That's for sure.
Stupid. Real quick, and they also had a spray paint on the ground that said "Arm the Poor." How do you feel about that? You're silent on it, huh?
You said we the poor. I
No,
couldn't
arm
hear
the
you.
poor, like arming them.
Arm the
Like
poor.
arm the
Oh,
poor.
you know that's my shit. You
Space.
know that's my shit. I think all gun laws are targeted
Whoa.
against poor people and minority groups. Especially after the shit that happened. I hate that I keep gotta saying this, but remember, NRA never supported an assault rifle ban until black people had assault rifles. So definitely hard against the NRA. Don't agree with them. Don't fuck with them. I'm definitely like, oh yeah, all poor people keep that motherfucker thing with you, because these motherfuckers in power gonna kill you faster than anything. That's probably my most far right leaning policy. That is in my blood. It's like, oh yeah, I'm all for guns.
Whoa, you can't let the right own guns. That's literally intellectually dishonest, first of all.
No, I'm saying it's a far right leaning policy.
No,
Is it
it's
not?
not.
Is it not?
No,
It's
because
not?
you're saying that gun rights are a right policy. That's I disagree. I'm saying that's a common thing that I disagree with.
Okay.
Like the
As
Black
long as
Panthers, they weren't right
as long as we
wingers,
can-
but they were pro gun as fuck. That's not a pro right amendment. Like that is a libertarian. Like
I get what you're
look,
saying.
there's
Yeah,
there's
you're
two
right,
on the
you're right.
spectrum of left and right. There's also up and down, which is freedom versus authoritarianism. And gun rights go go more towards the right than left, which is debatable. But it definitely goes down more towards libertarian, like.
Yeah,
Liberty
I get what you're saying.
liberty. Sorry, fuck
I
the
get,
libertarians.
I
I'm
get what
going
you're
with
saying.
liberty.
You're right in that. And that's why I get what you're saying.
Like, I don't want the. Well, we love guns. Like, so do we. Like, we play shooter games. Guess what's in them? Guns.
we trust the shooters.
This generation's obsessed with guns. So it'd be like on Fortnite. Oh, I got the super dildo shotgun gun. Oh, there you go. Like, good for you. Yeah. You running around 360 YY no scoping. Like, they love guns.
yeah. You're right.
So what you saw here is the protesters. The police did the Columbus thing. I didn't go far enough back, I guess. Oh yeah, it was right here. They push up. They move the protesters once. They tow their vehicles like they do in Columbus, and we've seen in other cities. The ACLU, they had a couple people there with the blue vest they're observing. But they just do the same thing. Police fucking show up with shields, move them, instigate violence, because they're assholes. Everybody gets arrested. They didn't chemically assault them, but, they still arrested them, they just steal this guy. He was just sitting there on his knees, like praying type of thing, and they just stole him.
You know they don't care. They don't care if you just a dude on the street. It's like, hey, this is my corner that I sleep on. They're like, get the fuck out of here. You're under arrest.
Oh, this guy's my hero. This one dude without the shirt be trolling. He'd be trolling hard, man. It'd be making me happy. Super callous, fragile, racist, XB Nazi, racist. Ah, I love it. That's a good spell right there. I need him to. I gotta look at the video again. Man. They had a Napa sign that they tried to use as a shield. I didn't get it. They tried to hold the
like from Dragon Ball Z.
No, Napa from like the. Ooh, this guy tried to steal one of their shields, man. The natives know how to protest. Man, they look like some Antifa motherfuckers. Like
let your people go through a genocide and be forced to be like, hey, you can have this little small piece of land. That was originally yours.
True.
Let your ancestors go through some Trail of Tears shit. Going back to that thing where I was like, what the fuck is funny? I wanted to say, this is like one of them Harriet Tubman moments. I saw some on Twitter where they was like, you ever notice how Harriet Tubman's never smiling in any of her photos because shit wasn't funny? She was about that business, and I was like, yeah, I was like, that's a good ass point. But she always looked mad as fuck in her photos, and I dig it.
This van barricade kind of backfired. They get smashed into. Oh, they called the POTUS racist. What sign
See dudes in Seattle on Diaz Loves. They just like a little candle lit memorial type thing. I like that kind of shit.
Whoa, a little seance.
It's not a seance. They just putting candles in the shape of a heart, and so it's like I get it.
They hate them. It's like even the Native Americans in this South Dakota hate the cops. Like,
Good.
What does that mean? It doesn't matter what country, where you are in the world.
What
everybody
state?
hates the state. Welcome to America.
Who knew that the people who are oppressed hate corruption inside their government and hate being oppressed? I don't know how dudes can't see that. Well, I guess that's that bottom energy, that little dick energy. Dudes like being oppressed. Is that what we should be saying? The vast majority of the population are secretly bottoms, and got little dick energy. They like it. They like being stepped on. Just a thought.
You all are unlawfully assembled.
Chicago came out again, had one. It was a pretty big day. I think tomorrow might be a pretty big day for protests.
It should.
It's seeming like it might be.
Like Saturday should be a big day. It's Freedom Day.
Wait, tomorrow's Saturday?
Should be.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's today's Saturday.
Oh, is it?
Today.
Okay. Yeah. No. Happy
quotation.
4th. Happy Freedom Day.
Yeah. 4th of July. Freedom
really.
Day. So there.
Come on, this is a sacred day right here. If we need to power for real freedom. Pow!
No, I knew it was. I knew it was 4th of July. Whenever fucking midnight struck and I was walking my dogs, and fucking fireworks was going on. Freaked out my dog, my biggest dog Zeus.
You got caught slipping.
He went crazy, my guy. It's like I definitely ain't got no war hounds in my house. Well, at least not that one. My biggest dog is fucking scared as shit of fireworks for some reason. Like he was running all over the place, like dragging me everywhere. I had to fucking lean back and pull him. I was like, bro, it's just fireworks. Like, you okay?
Back and pull.
My pit bull was cool with him, though. Fireworks? He's like, whatever.
They total vehicles. I'm telling you, bro, it'd be cheaper and more effective to have some type of peace offering. And I said, the cops could have showed up. They should have had. They should have had some Trump supporters come over and come to the natives. Yeah, exactly. I agree actually on that. Yeah, well then we're gonna need transportation, but yeah, I like that. I agree 100%. There needs to be everybody sit down, do a couple shots, and then let's talk. They should do that. And then the Trump supporters
spark up a little bit.
They get exactly. The Trump supporters get a little respect for them going. They say, we'll let a couple cars go, and then you hang out a little bit more, a couple more, and then by you showing respect. Everybody's honking, having fun, taking shots that ain't driving and that are old enough. And everybody's having fun.
It definitely would.
But that would be America. Kentucky, we don't live there.
You can get that Kentucky Deluxe shit that's like $5 a bottle, but tastes like
I think
ass.
you're alcoholic.
Whenever I went to go buy some shit today, I saw that Kentucky Deluxe like $5 a bottle, and I was like, oh my gosh, that
Did
shit
you get
just
some?
started to melt. No, I did
A
not get
bottle,
Kentucky
like an
Deluxe.
eighth?
No, the bottles
Amphetamine?
I got
Oops.
some vodka and I got some brandy.
Lame. Oh, you need the whisk. That's
There,
my
there was
shit.
no there was bottles of Jim Beam,
You got
but
a shitty place then.
they were small.
We
Like
got a
no,
pretty.
is it?
The liquor store.
No, it's
They
it.
know how to
It was
drink here.
it's not shitty.
It's even good
It's 4th of
prices.
July,
They're
and I went
decent.
at the end of the day, so a lot of the shit was gone.
Oh yeah, it's
It
the
was
fourth year. Fuck.
Yeah, so they was just
Yeah, you
selling
kind of
out.
should have
Went
went
earlier in the
sooner.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got the scraps. Big whiskey and moonshine drinkers in Oklahoma. I'll tell you that much.
Shiner.
Like tequila too. A lot of tequila was gone. A lot of rum was gone, but like brandy, vodka, all that shit was still there.
We got Louisville again. They had like candles also, but they also had cake. So like, I was like, man, these people know how to mourn and protest at the same time. I was like, that's what's up. And then you got Aurora in St. Louis. I don't know. I feel like I said, Louisville's. Where's he playing? Message. He needs to go there for us. Record us some shit. Watch. If he streams it live, we'll watch it. Like we'll be there with him.
He probably don't want to. He probably scared.
Yeah, I know. I really think so. Tell him to get a V mask and go. Like Tardy said, there was already 2 others. Like he needs to get a V and just show support then. Like go say the vigilant people, which Seaplant supposed should claim. I mean, he's a lacrosse dude. He's supposed to be a big tough guy.
Nah, football's a tough. That's why I ain't scared.
Tell him to come pick me up. I'll go with him.
I've been taking hits since I was young, bro.
My phone at? I'm about to. Oh shit. Oh shit, I forgot. Yo, go message in the chat for me, or you want me to do it?
I'll do it. I'll message him like, hey,
Blammo.
what do you want me to tell him?
Just that choke.
Besides-
Tell him, bro, we need you to go there one day and get us some first-hand footage from us. I'll make it. Tell him we'll stream it. We'll watch it live. I'll do the command center from his feed, like that kind of thing. If he streams it through whatever, just go for like a half an hour to an hour one day. Right? No, you disagree?
Yeah.
I would love that, man. I want one of our squad from our BDS. We technically are global. Hey, does this make BDS technically twice as good now? Because we were BDS when it was funny, but and I secretly knew what it meant. I don't know what everybody else did, but now BDS is kind of a little bit bigger now.
Shit, man. I'm on my new Tyrants of America shit. What you mean?
Yeah, I know. Apparently.
I'm definitely like I'm debating it if I'm serious about that.
No, you can. I think it's good. Dog, come on, be my VP.
Like a political party about being like the new
called
the new Tyrants of America.
We'll be a 2-party presidency. They'd be like, well, it's there, and I'll be the People's Party.
We'll just be political allies,
Yeah, I know. I agree. No, I know. That's what makes it better is if you weren't the same as me every way. Like political party,
definitely not.
Operating ideology, like where it's like if you get him, he's not me. It's not Gore and Clinton type of thing. It's the same guy. No, it's completely different. It's like JFK and LBJ, but it's LBJ of the good LBJ, but like in a bad way.
If you get Williams, you get a very tempered America. You get Coleman, you get absolute savage chaos.
It's gotta happen.
Williams wants to do peaceful change.
Exactly.
That'll last a lifetime. Coleman's like, fuck it, I'ma change
It's a contingency plan. Break glass. It's over. Get him to a bunker. He's gonna start nuking. Oh shit.
It's like fuck. I don't think I would nuke America. When I nuke ourselves. When I give a speech, when I hop in a bunker and I give a speech like, hey yo, from the ashes of our nation, we'll form new growth. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Just launch that shit. The decision is before you. Just some Fallout 4 shit.
True.
Because what's gonna happen at that 30-minute mark, we're gonna hold our ground here, and they're gonna try to remove us from our land.
Since they're there at Mount Rushmore, and it being the 4th of July, and 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 it being the natives getting attacked by the police state again. Do you feel like the do you feel like the founding fathers would have? My joke is always they would have evolved their opinion. Do you feel like this is like completely still the same country as it was? Like, in a way, it's still almost the same, except it's less violent.
Yeah, I think they'd be like,
technically, but it's
you know, I'm pretty sure you'll have a couple.
Wait, but real
people
quick,
still hate black people. Good.
But
Good.
like I said, in this book, it is quite clear that the general consensus of most of the people involved is that the country will change over the future. It was never supposed to stay stagnant, like, but in a way, it still has, and we're losing the rights. Like, it's the opposite of what the founding fathers would have wanted. That's what I'd be trying to tell motherfuckers. They'd be like, "Oh, I don't want to hear from a slave." And I'm like, "Yeah, but will you pay attention to the shit they said also?" Like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm like, come on. That's why I say you got to beat them with their white man words. Then they don't know what to do. Like, oh shit. No.
I mean, I sort of get both sides. It's like, like prime example.
I'm not saying read Mein Kampf like you're in India, and I'm like trying to find the motivational speaker book out of this. These are fucking. I mean, these are all shit that generals and people that studied government and of their time era and were in the shit, what they came up with.
I personally think that it's just a lot of people are
shoot the messenger.
Losing hope. No, yeah, a lot of people will shoot the messenger.
Yeah,
you know, I'll shoot the messenger to send my own message. You know?
True.
You know, they's like, yo, this is what the current system says about you, and it's like, all right, here's our response. He's like, what's your response? And it's like, it's your dead body. Nah, I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably do some shit like the Spartans did whenever there was beefing with Athens. I don't know if you know about this, but when the Spartans were beefing with Athens, Athens sent a letter to them basically saying like, hey, if y'all go to war with us, we're gonna kill your and it was like, if you go to war with us and if you lose, we are gonna kill, maim everybody in the Spartan city state. Like, you guys are gonna be fucked. And then the Spartans just sent back a letter saying the word if. It's like, if y'all beat us. And then the Spartans ended up winning that whole conflict anyway.
Whoa, there's something to aspire to.
It's like,
you talk.
No words, no words. You know. Not no words needed, but very few words spoken between enemies. It's like, I ain't gotta talk to y'all. It's like, there's my response. Y'all know my stance. Like Tom and Jerry, it's on sight.
Whoa, true. Real quick, Aurora had a big, you'd say big-ish, but kind of big turnout. A lot bigger for not the major city in Colorado, and it is pretty big. St. Louis had a pretty big turnout too.
After what happened to Elijah McClain, Aurora should be up in arms.
Was that in Aurora?
Yes, I believe so. Let me go double check just to make sure I ain't putting out false information, but I'm pretty sure it was.
There's some. Hey man, I learned shit by repetition, not by knowing it. Got him. There's something.
That's school in you. That's a school in you.
Yeah, write that down. That's some Socrates shit. I learned by repetition, not by knowing it. If I knew it, I wouldn't need to learn it.
Yeah, Elijah McClain was in Aurora, Colorado.
Oh man, that's crazy. Well, I don't know. I was gonna look into the Aurora, Colorado shooting again and see if I could use it to slander the cops. But I was like, well, not slander, but shit on the cops. But I never did. I didn't feel like looking that up again.
Like I've been saying, these are just modern day lynchings. You know, these are just
that is
going out.
Well, exactly. Yeah,
they are just modern day lynchings. They're just going around killing black people just for nothing. You know, I'm like, oh, you around this part of town? I'm like, you know what? I don't think I like the way you look.
I think it was a little bit more than nothing,
but
I don't really want to talk about it because that's just fucking.
What do you? Oh, I'm saying.
Man, I always see the most negative angle too. So I don't know.
When I say they were murdered for
you could have classified it as a hate crime.
Yes,
Those are literally Christian Taliban. That's what that was. Like
That is a hate crime.
that's
And
KKK in the Midwest or northern Midwest. Like that's all that is. There's
yeah,
no other way to put that any other way. That's gross.
they're lynching
No.
people, Aaron. It's what it is.
Yeah.
That's why my dad said I got 2 revolvers and a shotgun from whenever the
Hey, I
white
told
hoods
you.
go up.
I told
My
you.
dad is not playing them fucking games.
I told you they shot my boy right in front of everybody in Dallas. Hey man, what you? I'm in '63. Like, come on, man. They lynched him. Oh, you want to stand up for the black people? Gone. Like, I mean, that was a factor. You want to stand up for world peace? You want to try to de-escalate in Cuba? You want to go after the petrodollar? Mm-mm.
The petrodollar that failed us as soon as the country shut down for 2 months.
Some bullshit, bro. They've been reckless. They was talking about. Did you learn about that bombing in '85 in Philadelphia? I think.
No, I didn't. What are you talking about? You piqued my interest.
It was just on the. You gotta be listening to these. It's the last episode of the Behind the Bastards, Behind the Police series, and they was talking about some organization, little mini Orgo, that made like a bunker. A second time, because the first one they got raided, and they made a second one, and like they moved to like a middle class black neighborhood.
Of course.
And they made a bunker. It was like a mixed organization. It was like white, apparently. So I don't know. It was just like some anarchist type. But they was like against zoos. But they had, when they got raided in the other place, they had pipe bombs. So it wasn't like they were like, it wasn't like they were like they just had guns. Like if they just had, like I said, if an organization just has guns, it's a tier less than that. But if they got pipe bombs, I was like, all right, well.
I mean, are pipe bombs that hard to make? I don't think they are. You know,
Well, I don't. As
like,
somebody who's never made one, I'll tell you, if I get caught with one, it wasn't mine, because I don't be doing. Bruce apparently, like, he loves it.
I know how to make a Molotov cocktail pretty fucking easy.
I bet you
But
do.
it's like, I
Can't you
never
just
made
take a
pipe.
liquor bottle, put a rag in it, and
Yeah,
light it? I was
essentially,
gonna
that's
say, you'd be
yeah,
like making
yeah.
Molotovs is hard. I'm like, I played some video games. It looks pretty simple in the animation.
Yeah, so
I feel like it's not hard.
Just some alcohol, a rag, and a lighter.
Yeah.
It's like good to go.
There's a lot
But
of other
I-
shit you could do too, but I don't want to talk about it.
think-
Like, come on,
I
man.
thi-
Like, you could.
I think the way you make a pipe bomb is literally
Oh,
like the way I think
pressure
it's just like you
cooker.
get a that's a bomb, not a pipe bomb.
I don't know. I don't. You wouldn't know.
I think the way a pipe bomb would work is like I get a Pringles can and I stick a bunch of like metal shards and a firecracker in the middle with a fuse, like a big ass firecracker. Is you light that shit and you can throw it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I
Don't
just-
leave me out of this.
I mean that's all a grenade is. It's just a big ass explosion with shrapnel in the fucking casing.
Yeah, I played Last of Us. Like, no, I mean, I watched it.
A bunch of scissors.
Shit, just put shit in the little thing and somehow it's got a little
Yeah.
can and it explodes. I'm like, okay.
just put shit, firecracker in a can and it blows up and kills people. Like, I don't know. I ain't read the Anarchist Cookbook.
Whoa. There you go. Shout out.
The only thing I know about the Anarchist Cookbook is something I saw from it was like a video that was like at least once or twice removed from the actual book. Some dude said when he was younger, he looked it up, found the Anarchist Cookbook, and he made napalm in his fucking kitchen just from boiling gasoline.
Good.
And I was like, I guess that's how you make napalm. It's like, I don't know, but it makes sense to me.
Yes.
You know?
Well, you're a weird dude, but respectable.
I mean, right now I'm more focused on my gardening skills. My survival
Yeah,
skills.
you have to
Like,
after the fallout.
Yeah, okay. Can I grow enough potatoes properly?
Oh, VMask at St. Louis. I'm rewinding. Right there, right there. Yes, dude, they're everywhere, dude. I gotta get one. I mean, I got the little mask thing, which is probably.
Do you think these VMAS guys are actually agents of Anon? Like they're just sending each
No,
other out
because
trying
the
to
same
gather
reason they don't
information?
do anything.
Yeah.
I don't think they really exist, but it's more about what the guy. It's literally the V men. It's like the V ideology, which is just badass,
Yeah.
or it's the guy that the mask is faced on for the real anarchists. So either way, it's got you covered. Whether you feel like just put this mask on, like I'm apolitical. I'm literally just here because I'm with the people in like a Batman kind of way. I don't know. That's how I see it whenever I see it. I mean, that's how I never see the VMAS guys doing anything different. They just kind of chill. I don't see them attacking, tagging,
Yeah.
doing anything. They might, when the police start fucking with them, they might get active. I doubt it, but I just like as a symbol what it means to like you know how the police have badges and uniforms, and when you see the police or you see the police, I see
Yeah.
V the same way, but as like guys that are kind of not woke, but like the level higher than that. Because I don't really know how to. But they're guys that I like. I think they're kind of smart, or I respect their ideology to wear the V mask. That's why I told Seaplane, get one. Go get one. Go hide your identity and just be you. Hey guys, Capitao here. I'm gonna tell you about this
Yeah.
great map. Oh, Seaplane, no. Did you message
Get
her?
them cigars, man. Yeah, I messaged C-Plan. I sent a message in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Nothing's come of it.
Just tell him to go down and act like a streamer, dude. And then when you get confronted by
Yeah,
somebody, you'd say, "Me and Bruce is here. We've been watching, bro. Shout out to y'all. Go peep my channel,
my
bro."
exact verse is like, was Yo Cole, uh, oh, I said that wrong.
No, that's
I
good
meant to say,
enough.
could you go down, to go protest and record in Louisville and come and oh my gosh, I am probably a little bit more toasted than I thought I was.
Whoa. A little
Can't
buttered
type
up.
properly.
A little
Yeah,
buttered.
and give us some on the ground reporting of what's going on.
Yeah. Do the status coup. We are changed. We on the ground. We shooting. Live shooting.
No, we not shooting. Well,
We shooting
your version is
cameras.
shooting.
The
Your
camera
version
shooting.
is shooting.
Bruh, we just like COB, like Incest Crew, where like the name means like 60,000 things, whatever you want it to mean. That's what Trusted
Yeah.
Shooter mean a lot of things.
Fair enough.
That's what you know. We shooting camera footage. We shooting in the shooter games. We trust the shooter from Royce to 5'9". Man, we shooting from the hip. We always talking shit, so we shooting at the lips. Like, we got all the kinds of shoot. I still miss the OGST, the original gangster shit talker. I still miss that one. I'm bringing that one back soon. I mean, how do you feel about the VMAS then? Do you agree, disagree? You don't really know? Okay.
I mean, yeah, I definitely do agree. It's like, oh, like whenever you see a VMAS out and post, like, oh man, this dude's about that revolution shit. You know,
Yeah,
he waiting for the 5th of November.
You silly, that's right.
You know. I mean, everybody remembers the end of that movie. The motherfucker blows up the Parliament building, you know, and kills everybody inside of it, while everybody with the VMAS is just watching.
Well, that's how the guy died trying to blow up the Parliament building in real life in the
Yeah.
16th. Is that what I can't? It's been a while. Is that what happens in the movie? He actually happens.
Yeah, he died. He
He still died.
They send a train like underneath the Parliament building filled with bombs and fireworks and shit.
That's awesome.
And he's dying, and he tells like this lady, as like he sends him off, he tells her some bullshit, and then she takes this other dude and it's like, hey, do you like music? And then music starts playing as the Parliament building blows up with him inside the train. So yeah.
That's a good point. Should we talk about Hamilton or save it for the next vid?
Nah, go ahead. I mean, how was it? I haven't seen it. I want to listen to a couple songs from it. I haven't seen the whole thing, but probably tomorrow, me and my wife are gonna sit down and do like the
2
whole
hours,
3-hour thing.
40
Oh,
minutes.
2 hours? Okay, she told
2
me
hours 40. It's a little long. There's an intermission though. You can stop halfway through and take a break. I already told you. I mean, it's like not saying that. The big. I mean, like I said, I don't watch plays. So I mean, like I can't judge it like on that, but from what I saw, it was fucking amazing. From everything to the singing to the just the everything the actors chosen, the singers chosen. Uh, this different styles they toyed with by having like all like mostly
Well,
colored people playing
yeah.
colored
What
actors. I
was
thought that was cool as fuck. I liked it.
what
It was
what
entertaining.
was your take on
Like
what was
that's
your favorite song? Because I know a lot of
there was like one where they double time, man. There was that one. There was a couple. There's a couple, but the one where somebody was double timing, I was like, oh shit.
yeah. I think I like Room Where It Happens. Your Obedient Servant. I like that Your Obedient Servant was one I was telling you about where Bert is like talking to Hamilton and she's like, why do you hate me? That Hamilton fires back was like, here's 30 years of reasons why I hate your ass. You know? The world was wide enough for both of us. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story. You know, there's a bunch of songs in there that I can fuck with.
Yeah. Are they like on YouTube or where?
Yeah, they are. There's people who have taken all the songs and like have done like little, like kind of little animations to them, and they put them in a playlist so you can sort of watch an animated version. But I never have. I only watch like a couple songs.
I'll have to. I think I seen back in the day the soundtrack possibly. I'll have to
The
try to.
soundtrack is definitely the entire soundtrack is definitely on YouTube.
All right, then I'm gonna cop that. I'm gonna download them. You know how I do. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get me that. Cause that shit was pretty good. I really liked it, man. I really thought that was awesome. I told. Plus, the best part, like I said, was the fact that I was goddamn reading the book about it, about some of it. Like, so when shit was coming up that I knew, I was like, oh shit.
No, every time Madison popped up with Jefferson.
They played my dude Madison. They some haters. I haven't gotten to the Jefferson Madison part, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
'cause
I know they do.
you,
I know
like,
they
hearing
do.
you
I know it's
hearing you talk
caricatures, but
yeah.
like I don't know what this is inspired from for that type of Madison. They
because
play
hearing
Madison
you
though.
talk about Madison, like you say, like, oh, Madison like was such a good guy, but I've listened to some of the songs in Hamilton. Like apparently Madison's a bad guy. Like he was against Hamilton on a lot of good shit Hamilton was for.
No, when you well, according to this though, you'll see. I mean, it's just different ideologies and caricatures. I think it's more written from Hamilton's perspective on Madison, from what I can infer. Because
Yeah.
Madison was a bashful guy, kind of. He was a soft-spoken guy. That's clearly portrayed, that he doesn't want to talk a lot in it and stuff, and they literally had the blackest black guy play him and shit. So I think that might be something to think about. Because he, like I said, like I read you, there's multiple parts where he's clearly against slavery, but it's not really portrayed that way in the play. But I wonder if that's maybe a reference to that or something. You read way too much into it. But the way Washington's relationship is portrayed, like like they left out stuff, of course, because it's about Hamilton, is what I'll say. Actually,
Yeah,
really take
fucking Washington was Hamilton's basically dad, from the little I've seen. You know.
I don't know. The book doesn't focus on Hamilton's relationship with Washington much, but it is clear that Madison and Hamilton absolutely worship Washington. So, or not worship, but the fact that they're like who should be president or whatever, and they always highly regard his word on the matter. And also from what I read about Madison in Washington's chapter, it makes exact sense. Like what was in the play, that makes sense of how he treated Hamilton, because Washington was, like I told you, he was a smart leader, aka he let the guys that are experts in the field tell him what to do. That's why in the play it isn't said, but it basically is implied that Washington trusted Hamilton. Like the fact that he was so hard on him, and the fact like the point where he sends his send him home to be with his kid, it's really like it's there's a lot. It just seems real because there's a lot of layers on it where it's like, wow, he didn't tell him, but I mean, because the month in, that ain't shit in the pregnancy. You know that. Like, it wasn't like he waited till, like, the 5th month or whatever, but only a month in, he held the news out. He was going to probably use them or something, and then he's like, you know what, you need a break, Go live life again and connect and shit. Like that Washington relationship, like that was something like I knew was real before I saw that, and then they did a great job portraying it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I couldn't believe how awesome they made Washington in it.
I knew they were
But
hyping
that's
him up
really
when
how
they
they all
introduced
felt
him.
about him. That's the crazy part.
I can't wait to watch this shit
They
tomorrow,
just
man, when I
worship
wake up.
Washington, like everybody, even the way they have Washington retire, and it is just like holy shit. That was a big deal and shit. It was crazy, man. Because that's how Zach's we've been talking about it. Like how like you could just tell when Washington's done with Washington, he's done. Like he's like, I just want to live a life.
Yeah.
He's not that kind of dude, and like that's the kind of guy you worship. That's not like this is my life. It's like he wants to just live, wants to go home at the end of the day. Those
Did
like
everything he did.
you know the worst kind of authoritarians are the one that want to be in power forever. You know that. It's just
Yeah.
basic logic. So that was a good thing for him. I was like, damn. I like how it portrayed what not a lot of people ever bring up in it too. The reason why I'm telling you it's not the main reason, but I think it's like 40%, it's 60-40 thing, is seriously the South slavery issue was that big. I think there could have been, if they weren't so like that's how it's portrayed there. That's how it's portrayed in the book. That's how Lincoln portrays it. That's how abolitionists portray it. That's how people from other countries in that time era portray it. Like it's really gross. Cause like I didn't really realize that abolitionists were a thing even before the fucking war. I was like, oh damn, like that was a thing.
Oh.
I didn't know that. Nah, I never realized it. Maybe.
Yeah. There are always people against slavery. You open up
I
a
didn't know they had
Bible,
that big of
you
like
know.
a platform, voice, and structure.
I mean,
and
you open
name
up a
for
Bible
it.
and you can definitely see it's like, oh yeah, slavery's not a good thing.
But none of the countries followed that.
I skipped over that section, you know.
They always do. I'm telling you, like, so many Christians skip over certain parts.
Hit 'em with that. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that.
Yeah, dude, that's what they did with the doctors and duels. They had the doctor turn around, so they never had to get accused.
Yeah,
No
they can have
laboratory.
deniability. So they can
Yeah,
have
That shit is
deniability.
stupid. That was one of the.
I
It
listened
was
to that
so
song.
stupid.
Had the doctor turn
I
around
will
so you can
say
have
this
deniability.
forever. Duels are stupid.
Yes, like, look, come on, like, Alexander Hamilton, that guy could have become a president, but he got killed in adult. So
Yo, you
He'd
want to
say
bitch
he'd
about
say
me
stuck
with
his pistol-
pacifism? Like,
Stuck his pistol in the
imagine
sky.
pacifism and duels. Like, don't agree to the duel if you want to take the pacifism. It's just stupid, bro.
Do you
Man.
think Hamilton knew the whole time that he wasn't going to shoot Burr at all?
I don't know.
That he was even going to
I
try?
don't know. That's something only a man knows.
yep.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'll just leave that like that. I think they're
Because
to
the way
your
they
point
portray
though.
it, the way they portray it in the play is like it was like an on the whim decision. Like all these feelings came to him. He was just like at the moment, nah, I'm not finna shoot you. You know, but I wonder if
still
he
like how in
knew the
Well,
whole
saw
time
heaven,
that he was
saw
gonna
George
die
Bush.
and that he wasn't gonna shoot at all.
I think to your point, they're doing a thing in Houston. That's important. To your point though, is they got what did you say again?
Did he know that he was gonna
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I got it.
not shoot the whole time? Like, or was it like an on the whim decision? Like whenever he was in the moment, he was like, "No, I don't want to kill him." You know, did he know? Did Hamilton know he was gonna die, and just chose to accept it, or what? You know?
I would say it's a Jesus type of thing. Where remember how I told you that they said like there was like a divine feeling to when they written the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the Hamilton, he died the same way his son died for the same defending both of their honors, against people that were like clearly wrong. They both shoot up in the air. They do the honorable thing and they die,
But
like
his
a
son got
martyr,
shoot.
and in both, and so it just feels like that. I don't know. It's just I lost that at another point.
Remember when he saw that heaven before he got shot? He saw George Washington too. Remember that?
Oh yeah, he's like, I can see Washington and I can see my son on the other side.
Son, mother, Washington.
He could see Angelica on the other side too. No, Angelica wasn't dead yet. Never mind.
Oh yeah,
What
and
the fuck?
it was the end.
Was
Oh
she?
yeah, and it was that other
Was
thing.
she
I
dead?
tweeted it too. OJ,
I don't think so.
was she not dead?
I can't remember if she was dead or
It
not.
was his. It was his.
But it was.
No, she wasn't.
It was
He was
also-
thinking of her trying to live,
Yeah,
trying to
So-
keep living.
yeah, but it was also the thing where it was like, I tweeted it out too. The thing where he was like always, what was it? He's always writing. What was it? What was it?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
really does
always
write a lot.
right.
He's obsessed with
As
it.
if his
his
life
last
is gonna
day.
end any second.
Yeah, that's that recognized shit.
And everybody was wondering, why do you write so much? And he's
Um,
like, I just do this shit.
But yeah, it's got him. But it was also that, and then the fact that it said at the end that his wife was the one that really put everything together and put his work together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so there's
helped
also
funded the
there's
Washington
also right
Monument.
there. There's even a picture of Jesus right now on the screen right there. So I don't know. That's on you. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of like if you believe in the, let's go like the butterfly effects and maybe the pacifist effect. Dun, dun, dun. It's like the Jedi thing where like you get killed, but you really don't get killed.
you kill me now, I'll become more stronger than you can ever realize.
Yeah, cause like now Hamilton's like a fucking plant shit, and like I'm like
Yeah.
I'm learning about like and remember like his treasury shit like it's that's interesting as
Jobs.
fuck too. I gotta dig
Oh,
into
hell
and
yeah.
shit like.
The great system.
And it was
Great
even
job.
it was even stated like in the play that like the South didn't like that idea, and that he kind of did it because of that. I needed some type of power over the South, and so even that I told you, it's the Madison book says the exact same thing, and Washington was clearly okay with it. That's why I said these people want to shit on Washington. Everything that he did helped set up the fucking chain of events. Yeah, it didn't happen right away, and a lot of bad happened too. But in the long run, we need to make sure that's what matters, not the short term.
Yeah, he did.
Like
That's why he
Washington
moved
let
the
that
Potomac
happen. He
River.
let the South get fucked over and give us financial, the money currency power over the South by the balls. Like it really helped set up the Civil War. Like without that, you can't have that. That's a fact. Like it's just simple strategery. He's literally a general. Like again, don't doubt the generals. You know that's
Yeah,
also
don't
my
doubt-
that's
man.
one of my generals.
He ran an underfunded rebellion. Man.
Exactly.
Yeah, this dude was also appointed as president twice. Never got.
And that was the other thing in it, where like Hamilton wanted to be on the line commanding and shit, and Washington really didn't want him to do it because he wanted him alive, because he wanted his
Yeah, I know.
pen. And I
He
was
needed
like,
his
oh
pen.
shit.
But he let him go to the
Well,
front
because he
line at
needed
the
him
end.
then. But he wanted his
Yeah.
pen so bad. That's what I mean. Even Washington knew the pen was mightier than the sword until the end. And he's like, fuck it, we need you.
They needed him, man. Right at the end.
It is cool seeing them when they were like, people were like giving up and shit, and like they were like, Hamilton and Washington were like, there was no way they were gonna give up. I was like, yeah.
No, never. They had to change entire tactics. I like how he entered and he was like, "Yeah, we do not have enough men. Or we're outnumbered, outgunned, outsupplied." Right when they hyped him up. Always gotta respect George Washington.
It was fucking
shit, they
crazy.
gotta-
It was wild. Real quick before we go there, they're doing do the final wrap up, then I'll end it. They're doing the memoriam for doing another thing for Vanessa. In Houston. Joe, do you think Fort Hood needs to be shut down? I see that keep popping up.
it depends on like how deep the rabbit hole goes. Like, is this like a whole
No, did you see that thing that happened in like in the early thousands? There's another case from I
I
think it was there, and it's
every
real
time I look
fucked
up
up.
Every time I look up Fort Hood, I only see
Man, you gotta
Vanessa.
get on Twitter, bro. Man, that shit they be tweeting it. Yeah, it's been popping up everywhere.
Fort Hood in the 2000s.
I don't know if that's. I think it was 2001. First day. All right. Well, while you're looking that up, I'm about to end this, and I'll help you find it in a minute. It was fucked up. Though. That's why I want to talk about it.
In November 5th, 2009, a terrorist mass shooting took place at Fort
No,
Hood
not
near
that.
Killeen,
Read that
not
though
one.
again. No, read that again. I want to hear that. No, that might
All
be
right,
important.
Fort Hood, Texas, U.S. on November
You-
5th, 2009, the 5th of November, by the way, a terrorist mass shooting took place at Fort Hood near Killeen, Texas. Nadal Hassan, a U.S. Army major, a psychiatrist, fatally shot 14 people and injured more than 30 others. Hassan was shot and, as a result, paralyzed from the waist down. And I gotta click on the article to get more than that.
Well, yeah, find out motive.
Alright, gotta click on the article real
See,
quick.
whenever I hear
got
Fort Hood, I
I'm
think
on
of this.
Wikipedia.
This is the only reason why I really know it. Fort Hood shooting.
Hassan was military court. In 2011, he was tried with 13 counts of premeditated murder and 32 counts of attempted murder under the UCMJ, which is a Uniform Code of Military Justice. And he was court-martialed beginning on August 10, 2013.
Why are you doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for that.
They hide that.
Love hiding it.
This is kind of interesting. It says days after the shooting, reports in the media revealed that a joint terrorism task force had been aware of a series of emails between Hassan and the Yemen-based Aman Anwar al-Awad. Oh my
You can't
God.
just stop.
I don't remember
Who had been monitored by the NSA as a security threat, and that Hassan's colleagues had been aware of his increasing radicalization for several years. The failure to prevent the shootings led the Department of Defense and the FBI to commission investigations in Congress to hold hearings.
Commission.
Have any other
Uh,
motive? Evidence? No manifesto?
No direct evidence.
They have a shooter section, and it says during his court-martial before Hassan declared that he was a shooter. Hassan was unmarried. He was described as socially isolated, born in the U.S. He became more devout after the death of his parents in 1998 and 2001. A lawyer in Virginia said that Nadal Hassan's opinion turned against the United States after he heard stories from his patients
Yep,
who had returned from fighting in Afghanistan and Iraq because of what happened, because of what Hassan said was discrimination and his deepening anguish about serving in the military that fought against Muslims. He told some members of his family that he wanted to leave the military.
Well, that might be a Muslim thing. I was trying to see if there was a connection between these girls getting fucked and raped and then killed. I wonder if that factored. See, it's not. It would. Maybe that's why it's not mentioned though. They cut that out and they just left the Muslim part. You don't know. But
I mean, he was apparently he was a psychiatrist and he just hated hearing what they were doing overseas and he couldn't take it no more and decided to say fuck the system, I guess.
All right, I'm about to wrap it here. Justice for Vanessa. Fuck Fort Hood?
Vanessa was in Fort Hood, yes.
No, you don't agree to fuck Fort Hood? You was like, they cool. My cousins. Alright, I'm at the peace.